Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Greene. You're tuning into AMTV Alternative Media Television. It is Monday of a very special holiday week as we approach Christmas and the holidays for everybody in the United States and around the world. But before we get started, please support our holiday sponsor, Amerigold. Get all of your gold and silver at Amerigold.com. Remember, this isn't rocket science, folks. You want to buy low and sell high. And gold and silver, if you've been following, are trading at a discount. Dollar cost average. Call Amerigold today to look at your individual situation. They can even give you a little bit of advice around the precious metals market. Click the link below. Right now, support them and support AMTV. So the president spoke on Friday, and I almost busted a gut. I almost had a freaking eye pop out of my forehead. Listening to the President of the United States use the North Korean false flag SONY hack as a reason so he could pass even more bills. Yeah, that's right, even more draconian legislation. You know, things that he's done by executive order like the National Defense Authorization Act, where you can black bag any American without due process, judge, trial, or jury. Or pass immigration illegally, where he's just going to authorize illegals, millions here in the United States of America, so they can vote Hillary Clinton in 2016, an extension of the Obama regime. But in addition to that, he's going to pass a bill, he said, as a result of the North Korean false flag hack.
One of the things in the new year that I hope Congress is prepared to work with us on is strong cyber security laws that allow for information sharing across private sector platforms as well as the public sector, so that we are incorporating best practices and preventing these attacks from happening in the first place. More broadly, though, this points to the need for us to work with the international community to start setting up some very clear rules of the road in terms of how the internet and cyber operates. Right now, it's sort of the Wild West. That's part of what makes this issue of cybersecurity so urgent. Again, this is part of the reason why it's going to be so important for Congress to work with us and get an actual bill passed that allows for the kind of information sharing we need. Because, you know, if we don't put in place the kind of architecture that can prevent these attacks from taking place, this is not just going to be affecting movies. This is going to be affecting our entire economy.
He himself says we can't let North Korea interfere with our freedom of speech here in America, so he's going to clamp down the internet in response. Yeah, that's right. He's going to more tightly wound the public sector and private sector that makes up public corporations in this country that are getting hacked by evil North Korea and Kim Jong-un. And he's going to bring it all together in one giant Orwellian part of his strategy. You know, give the NSA more power. You know, things like SOPA and what was it, HIPAA and CISPA, not HIPAA, but CISPA, all these acronyms, you get confused sometimes. But the bottom line and the point is, this is all being used as a smoke screen, a smoke and mirrors campaign, folks, to drive home even more draconian legislation to control the internet. Something the president says has been the Wild West. Well, it won't be the Wild West anymore, folks. You know, small little independent channels like this might not exist when the president and Obama finally has his way with the hooker that is now making up America in Washington, D.C. You know, these Democrats and Republicans, no different. Boehner, has he done anything different? Mr. Boehner himself, the speaker, has he done anything in response to illegal immigration? Have the Republicans really done anything? Nope. They haven't done shit, nor will they do anything. And this is the world we live in today. Again, there's zero evidence to support North Korea hacked SONY. And SONY actually has a self-interest in the hack itself. SONY and the studios, the big, large movie studios that make up Hollywood and Hollywood land today, have a self-interest in this new draconian legislation, new bills. The MPAA, the Motion Picture Association of America, is interested in this because it clamps down on piracy. It clamps down on illegal distribution of movies, piratebay.se. Some of you are probably familiar with all of that piracy of movies, films, and also music. All of this is going to be carefully integrated into the Orwellian system that makes up the National Spying Agency. And it justifies Obama's government. It justifies defies the spy grid that makes up America today, this anti-constitutional la-la land of bullshit as we approach the new year, 2015. You know, as we approach 2015, I always think there's themes. But the theme for 2015 is an escalation of war, namely with one country, and that country is Russia. Whether or not it embarks on the physical front with the U.S. fighting Russia directly, which is very possible, or it's simply an escalation in parts of the world like the Ukraine. Because again, the wheels are falling off here in America, folks. The wheels are falling off. QE, they say, is going to come to an end, even though it won't. 0% interest rates will continue until infinity. Public outcry and unrest, well, begin to boil over a little bit more. We see people as a result of the CNN race baiting and the president race baiting the Ferguson riots, for example, people just going out and whacking cops now. And people on Twitter and in the blogosphere actually applauding the actions. You see how much hate there is in America as a result of Obama and his government, his regime, his race baiting, the CNN narrative that makes up the race war here in the United States of America. Now we have people tragically killing cops, the officers and people that are supposed to, well, the good ones at least supposed to protect us. Now, of course, not every cop is good. We have to question force. We have to question a unilateral central government as our founding fathers once did. But the dumbed down dipshit masses too busy buying the latest Xbox, control widget, whatever iPhone that's out there is too dazed and confused and broke, for that matter, to really even look at the fine details with a fine-tooth comb. To see that this is all a part of the president's agenda, cognitive dissonance. When you're looking this way, they're doing and manipulating financial markets or bills that way. And it's exactly what's happening with North Korea, this gigantic false flag hack staring all of us right in the eye. It's so friggin' obvious. This is all about the internet. It's all about censorship. And it's all about new draconian legislation, courtesy of this scumbag, this prick, and this asshole that makes up the President of the United States. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer has got his scotch ready, and it's down the hatch for America. I'm Christopher Greene. Get it out everywhere. Make it viral. As always, hard-hitting and in your face. And click the link below to support our sponsor. That's Amerigold.com.